yeah, do you want to, Taylor, do you want to start off just telling everyone, the whole situation, what you were experiencing when you first joined Unshakable You? I'd love
Yeah.
to hear all about that again. Yeah.
So I had just had my son. So he was
Yeah.
born in July, and
Mm.
I felt the heaviness and uncomfortable. And I went to the doctor and the PTs, and they're like, "Oh, it's normal." I was like, "No, it's not
Yeah.
normal. Nothing about this is normal. There's something right there." And finally I found a PT person who validated everything, and she tried to help and nothing would help, and then I found you, and we talked, and there's something that you had said in our initial conversation
Yeah.
that and I don't know that you said it like this, but this is how I heard it.
Got it. That's all
Um,
good.
is that when you're like in the womb and building a body, you built every single part of your body, and you had the ability to do so, and you have those cells, and it's not like those just leave you. And so if you could do it before, who's to say that you couldn't fix something or do something again? And I think that resonated pretty deep with me. um and so then I joined in, I think it was December. um
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
my almost 6 months old. It was right before Christmas time. And I was still, had appointments with doctors, and was like, looking at pessaries and all the things, and just uncomfortable constantly. Couldn't, like, barely walk and do anything. Um
Mm.
and then I think I started the program, and something just connected within me that, my breastfeeding journey with my son was awful. It was awful. And you keep telling yourself, it's okay. A fed baby's a healthy baby. Everything's okay. Um,
Yeah.
like, deep down wasn't okay. And I was obviously having a hard time with that. And something in the program, when I was going through the first part of it, it just like
Mm.
jumped. It's like it was the breastfeeding. And I was able to, do emotional scales and kind of get through it. And after I connected that that was the part that really affected me,
Mm.
went away almost immediately. Um, and then it was, you get a here or there, maybe once a day, maybe once a week, maybe once every month.
Mm.
And then playing softball and doing all of the things that I do. And I was having no symptoms. I could run. I had no concerns whatsoever. I was still splinting while I was pooping.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
just I don't know. I did, and I remember thinking, because I was going on the Grand Canyon raft trip, and
Yeah. Right. I remember. Yeah.
I was like, how am I gonna go to the bathroom? Because there's no way you're splinting while pooping on a groover. That's
No.
not good.
Yeah.
Um, and so, and I don't know what happened, but sometime from like July of 24 to October, it just all went away. And I had no symptom. I had never splinted again. And I was like, oh, whatever, everything's fine.
Yeah.
Kind of forgot about everything. I would do micro manifestations, as well as um God, I'm blanking right now. Um, the things that make you happy.
Oh, positive aspects. All good. There's a lot of tools in our program. Don't worry, I can't forget them myself sometimes. Yeah.
Those found to be like the two easiest things that you could do daily, and it's doesn't like interrupt your day or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, went on the Grand Canyon and came off the Grand Canyon and was pregnant within a week of that, and so on and so forth. I moved forward, have another
Yeah.
child. This was the easiest birth I could have ever had in my
Oh,
history of life. And I mean, I
yeah.
was like, doctor just walked in. I was like, the head is out. And
Wow. Amazing.
I was like, no, no, it's out. She's like, well, just keep laying on the bed and you got this yourself. And I was like, okay.
So did you pretty much have the baby yourself then, or?
Yeah, yeah. So it was like two pushes and the doctor didn't even have like her stuff on. They never got the room ready or anything. I was just laying on the bed and yeah.
I didn't know this story. What?
Yeah, it was crazy. She's coming out, guys. Somebody needs to be ready.
Amazing. So you were really relaxing your pelvic floor
Yeah, well,
and
I
your
kept
whole beingness. Yeah.
it, it's like when I would have contractions, I could like sense I was like thinking like pushing the baby down, pushing the baby,
Yeah. Love
and
it.
I medicated it all.
Yeah.
I had it induced, but they just side attack pill. They never even gave me pitocin or anything. So
Wow.
I was just kind of letting my body work it out, and then there she was. It was great. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And do you believe that the tools in the program like helped you to be able to really get in touch with that level of,
Ah, you know,
connection to your body?
everything with the program really helps you, helped me at least connect with my body and um, kind of learning that pain isn't necessarily pain, it's more just information. Um, and then you take that information and do with it what you will. Um, I think that was super helpful and I don't know, it was just so it was such a different experience. I just felt so calm and comfortable and like, oh hey,
Yeah.
this is happening. And like I'm not ready. And I'm like, that's okay. Tell me what I need to do and we'll be good.
But anybody watching, this is the first time I've heard this story. Like, if you can tell, I'm like, because it's pretty much my experience with my second birth with Luca as well. And yeah, wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's going to be so helpful for so many women watching this because so many women are afraid, got a prolapse, you know, second birth is going to be terrible. Everything's going to get worse, worse, worse. And here you are,
Yeah.
sharing the power of the mind body connection.
Yes.
I love it. And so tell everyone, actually, before we do that, so can you just quickly remind me which grade which prolapses you had before you joined?
I had cystocele rectal. Yeah, all three.
Yeah. Cystocele, rectocele, and uterine as well, did you say? Yeah. Yeah. And what happened at your 6-week checkup after your postpartum checkup? What did they say?
They said everything was perfectly fine. There's nothing there. And I had a PT appointment,
Yeah.
pelvic floor PT, just set up
Yeah.
from I had some pubic symphysis pain while I was pregnant.
Right.
And
Yeah.
they
I
couldn't
remember
get
you putting in the Facebook group. Yeah.
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 They're like, yeah, well, we can get you in September. And I was like, well, the baby will have been born, but that's cool. Sign up.
Yeah.
So I went
Yeah.
there and I told them that I had had the prolapses with the first, and they checked and they did all of the different checks, and they're like, yeah, there's nothing there, nothing at all. And I was like, I didn't think so. It feels great. Like I didn't have any tearing. It didn't hurt to pee, which was totally different than the first. I mean, just amazing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm having a moment here.
Yeah.
And what did you know the grades that you had? I know you had so cystic rectal uterine. Do you know roughly the grades that you had?
The uterine was a 1.
Yeah.
The cystocele was a 1 to 2, and the decele was a solid 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Grade 2 rectocele and vaginal delivery. Nothing there. Wow.
Mhm.
And how do you feel about that? What kind of confidence and trust in, this work has that given you?
Well, I it's so funny. You think when you start the program that when they tell you that you don't have a prolapse, it's just going to be this magical moment and you're going to be so happy. It's like that. It's more,
Right.
yeah, duh. That, cool. Thanks for confirming. I didn't need to hear that from you though.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah. Yeah. It's because you think you're gonna have this euphoric moment, but you build your emotions up to that level of trust that you've already got that in the body before it manifests. And so it's like, well, yeah, tell me something I don't know, right? It's yeah. like you
Exactly.
said. Yeah. And I haven't really asked this before, but I'd love to ask, was there anything you found challenging in the program that you overcame?
Um, I mean, I think a lot of it, I'm not really a person that connects to energy. I'm
Mm.
do yoga or meditate or anything like that. If somebody, oh, the crystals, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're crazy. Um,
I'm
so
surprised you had a conversation with me in the beginning then.
no, I know. I'm telling you, that thing that you said about you created all yourself in the beginning, I was like, duh. Um,
Yeah.
and so like that was kind of, I don't know that it was hard to overcome. Um,
Yeah.
but I had to take all of my original beliefs and kind of put them behind me.
Mhm.
As soon as I jumped in, things started changing and happening so quickly. And
Right.
and I just like felt so much better that
Yeah.
how could this not work?
Hmm. Hmm. And in what ways did you feel better in the beginning? Because I get asked that question a lot. Um,
Yeah, I mean, it's just in the before the program, it's you're constantly like going to the bathroom and checking, like, oh, is it falling out further? Like this is so
yeah.
uncomfortable, I can barely even sit. It's just I'm sitting on a bubble or whatever it is. Um,
Yeah.
almost immediately with starting the program, that slowed down. Um,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
I might be like once a day rather than every 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
that was, and I think in the program, or even maybe it was the calls, you guys just keep mentioning like, oh, it's just going to slow down. And then you start recognizing that's happening to me already. And then, I mean, obviously you have the people that are like, oh, I healed in 3 months. And you're like, I'm a failure. It's been 8. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's not like that because you look back, and I think it's in the calls a few times. You look back at where you were when you started, and
Yeah.
you can see the progress. Like I had that thyroid problem,
Yes. Yeah.
and I didn't even know that I was going to have some sort of problem or anything. And they tested me, and they're like, your thyroid is screwed, and you're going to be in a big. And I mean, that was just such a blip in my life now because it like happened, and I was worried about it. And then I just let it go. And I was like, no, it's going to heal itself because it has to heal itself. Um, and so then every time I would look back and be like, I haven't healed my prolapses. I'm like, well, I had knee pain, that went away. I had a thyroid problem, that went away. So I am healing. It's just happening on a different, and also I'm not checking it. I don't feel it. Like everything's fine. So yeah. I don't know. I don't even know what the question was, but I think I
You
am.
answered it beautifully. Yeah, definitely. So would you say how long did it take you, would you say, to heal? I know yeah, how many months would you say?
Well, from the start of the program, which was December, I I mean, confirmation obviously was a bit
Oh,
further. I would
yeah,
say fully healed by October the following year, right? Yeah, 23 to
yeah,
24. Yeah, so
yeah, amazing.
what
Yeah,
it's
yeah, really
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Amazing. Oh, congratulations. So many wins. I was looking forward to this conversation so much all week. And were there any surprising results? I mean, healing a thyroid, healing a knee, healing a prolapse, having a baby, easy birth. I mean, I don't even know why I'm asking you that question. Were there- as if that weren't enough. But
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, and also, so when I was pregnant, I played volleyball all the way through pregnancy and softball because that's who I am.
You're
Um,
amazing.
and
Yeah.
I had some leakage here and there. And, I'm like, well, is that a problem? But I kind of just let it go. And I'm playing volleyball now, and I'm 4 months postpartum, and nothing at all. And I remember even playing volleyball well, obviously I was pregnant last year when I was playing volleyball, but the year before I was
Yeah.
postpartum, and there was so much leakage. It was
Yeah.
awful.
I
Um,
remember. Yeah. I remember
like
you on a call asking me about it. Yeah.
There's nothing. It's nothing. What? This is crazy. So that's
Cool.
cool.
And I know you are action lady. I look at your Facebook page and I'm like, what is Taylor doing now? It's amazing. I tell everyone all the things that you are, that you do, that you're back to doing, that you can continue doing.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously skiing.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I I don't know that I really ever stopped. I was a lot cautious when I
Yeah.
going on, but
Mhm.
volleyball, ball, skiing, do a lot of mountain biking, backpacking, hiking, water sports, rafting,
Yeah.
anything.
Amazing.
We live in Colorado and we definitely live the lifestyle.
Yeah, good for you. So it was so important for you to heal, right? Because if you hadn't healed, what kind of thoughts do you think, even though I think you would have potentially continued doing all of those sports, right? But what kind of thoughts do you think you would have potentially had?
Well, I know the thoughts because that's when I played volleyball the first time, right when I was postpartum, with the first
Yeah.
one.
Mhm.
Um, it's just not even like I just didn't even. I was like, I don't even want to be here because I can't move the way I want to move because I'm having these feelings that I don't want to have,
Yeah.
and like it just wasn't nothing was enjoyable, and you're just like
Mm.
even want to like live like this, and it's
Mhm.
in the sense that like you're suicidal or anything, but it's the sense of like this is not comfortable. This is not how I want to live my life. This is not how I'm going to continue. Something has to change. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell us how you're looking forward to the future. So you understand the law of attraction now. You've got two really young kids. You've manifested some seriously badass stuff.
Yeah.
Like really huge, right? Such an advocate for women going on to have a second baby, to getting back to outdoor pursuits, sports, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Healing a prolapse, healing a thyroid. What's next? What are you planning to do next?
What I am planning, what we're doing, raising my kids to understand their bodies and their vibrations and to be themselves 100%. Who cares what anyone else thinks about anything? And the more comfortable that they can be in their own bodies and trust trust what's supposed to happen. And if you don't want to be around somebody because they don't make you feel a certain, then don't. And I don't care if that's grandma, grandpa. That's fine. So I'm just trying to, I just want to continue it because it feels so good. And if I could have been raised that way, or you can raise a generation that way where they can just be so confident and comfortable and know
Yeah,
that they can heal, and then we're not dealing with sicknesses every week.
yeah,
But
huge.
I have my husband over here. I think he's getting sick. Oh, he just coughed because he had something in his throat. Nope, he's getting sick. And I was like, the more you keep saying it, the more it's probably going to happen, sir. Like, please
Love
stop.
it. Totally. Oh, that's so great to hear that, because one of the things that's so important for Duncan and I is that ripple effect.
Yeah.
You know, Laura, in the world, like how you're now affecting the next generation, the next generation, the next generation never ends. It's so beautiful. So thank you from the bottom of our heart for that.
Yeah.
And could you just talk a little bit about how it's potentially helping your parenting? Because I know that's a huge theme on our calls, right? Parenting and managing that with the law of attraction.
Yeah. I mean, well, I think maybe this isn't so much parenting, but even the animal aspect of things, of there's so much closer to their inner beings, and thinking about that with our animals, with the kids. We had a
Mm.
couple right before my daughter was born. We had three dogs, and
Right.
two of them died right before she was born. Um, but it's it's I watched my son um like sit on them and ride them right before they were dying, or he would like
Wow.
pet them, and then he was totally fine. And it's like, you understand it. I know you understand it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand it.
Yeah.
um and so then watching him grow and just trying to encourage I call it his shine, and trying to keep him shining as brightly as he is, because he's just the happiest little boy. And if someone comes through and tries to take the shine away, and he doesn't care. People bully him as little. He's 2, so bully is a soft word here.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
He's like Rudolph the Red Reindeer. Um,
Yeah.
I feel so sad about it. And I'm like, oh, poor kid. He doesn't care at all. And so trying to keep my vibration of like, this isn't good, or, oh no, are you okay? To like, if he doesn't care, why do I care? He's creating his own. Let him create. And so I think it's, you have to constantly remind, because I've lived, 37 years the way that I've lived. It's not going to go
Exactly.
in,
Yes.
but if I can just continue to just let him stay connected to himself, it's going to be great. It's going to be so good.
And how do you feel being able to do that? What emotions do you feel being able to do that?
Like, it's empowering, but it's also um, like relaxing. Like you just feel relief, that that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. Absolutely incredible, Taylor. And I think that's just going to bring a lot of people listening a lot of relief to know that you can actually get a hold of that can become your reality. Because otherwise, having children, you love them so much, and it can become an awful experience, because you are literally worried and fearful about them all the time, because there's enough on this planet to get your mind crazy about, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you so much for explaining that. That's incredible. And is there anything else you feel inspired to share?
No, the biggest thing, if there's anyone out there who's questioning this is something that they should or shouldn't, that's been a question in time, it's obviously. So
Yeah.
everything is always kind of a question. It's something you're taking a leap of faith, and you're like, oh, is this even gonna, like, I don't know. It goes against my father was a doctor, so it goes against every
Right, of course.
thing.
Yeah.
But I also, tore my ACL when I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Never got it repaired and never had any problems with it.
Right.
And so it's like, do I have an ACL now? I don't know. It doesn't really matter, because it doesn't matter. It's fine.
Yeah.
And so if you're questioning it, if it's in your mind, if it keeps popping up in your mind, it's your inner being saying, yes, this is a yes. I need to bring this to you until you actually do it. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for explaining that so beautifully. Really appreciate that. And because the biggest fear, Taylor, a lot of women have, there's a lot of women who are almost ready to join, but they have this fear underneath, which is, oh, what if I'm the only one who doesn't heal? I kind of get that it works, and I get that they might be able to do it, but what if I can't? What would you say to those women?
I was one of those women. Absolutely. And
How's that? Yeah.
at the thing, you're seeing these people heal, and you're like, well, I'm not even barely budging the needle.
Yeah.
Um, no, as soon as you just got to let go, you got to let go, you got to let be, and you do the work, you do, well, yeah, that's the other thing. Like, maybe I didn't do all of the work every single day. Sure.
Of course. Yeah.
But you find what works for you, the little pieces that you can incorporate to your day every single day, and it
Yeah.
makes such a seismic shift.
Mhm.
And so, you will be that person. Everyone is capable of being that person. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Um, you got to take that leap.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always question everything, because that's who I am. That's what I do. But that was the one thing that it made so much sense to me, that you can't even question it, because it's there. You watch it happen. You watch cells separate. You watch them grow. You grow bones. You grow. and you grow ligaments, you grow tendons, you grow muscles, you grow skin,
Yeah. Mhm.
and you do it all yourself. So what happens? It's not like it's the mother that's growing you, right? I mean,
Yeah.
environment, it's you growing yourself. So why, like, where does that go?
Yeah.
Um, and so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a science person, and I think
Yeah.
it's just like, well, that makes so much sense. And that's why some people can heal themselves of, because I had a friend also who had cancer, colon
Right.
cancer, like stage
Mhm.
4, didn't
Wow.
chemo or anything, completely healed.
Yeah. Amazing.
That's,
Incredible.
but it's not impossible. You have the ability to heal and to change anything. And it wouldn't it wouldn't be such a thing, like the healing vibrations and all these other things that are out there. They wouldn't
Yeah.
be so prevalent if it didn't actually work. Um, so
Yeah.